Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. If you're just joining us, you're still watching Daybreak on Trust TV. We'll be delving into our phone-in segment, which is the interactive segment, where you will call and tell us or let us know your thoughts and opinion. Today, we'll be tackling a critical issue affecting healthcare across the country: doctor-patient ratio. How bad is it in your area? We would like to know. So Nigeria has faced a severe doctor-patient ratio crisis with far fewer physicians than needed to serve its growing population. The situation leads to overcrowded hospitals, long wait times and preventable deaths, especially in rural areas where healthcare access is the weakest. The World Health Organization recommends at least one doctor per 1,000 patients. In some studies, it shows that it's one doctor to 600 patients, which is far less than the 1,000 patients being recommended. Nigeria has only 0.5 doctors per 1,000 people, per 1,000 patients, far below the standard. Lagos, which is the most urbanized state, has a slightly better ratio, but northern states like Kano and Sokoto face extreme shortages as low as 0.1 doctors per 1,000 patients, which I would say is equivalent to one doctor to 10,000 patients. So with that, over 70% of doctors are concentrated in urban areas, leaving rural communities underserved. Thousands of Nigerian doctors emigrate yearly to the United Kingdom, the United States and Saudi Arabia due to poor pay, insecurity and lack of equipment, which is causing a brain drain in Nigeria. This is your chance to share your experience. Have you or your loved ones faced delays in treatment due to staff shortages? Let us know. Or perhaps you're a healthcare worker on the front line. We want to hear from you. You would have more experiences, first-hand experiences. Let us know what you think, what your experiences are, the things that you've seen, the things that you've experienced, what patients are going through, what doctors or healthcare workers are going through. If you have any thoughts, let us know. Make sure you call us now on our phone numbers displayed on your screen, or send us a WhatsApp message on the same numbers so that we can share your thoughts as well. And let's get the conversation started, because as we know better, healthcare begins when we speak up. So we have a caller on the line. Let us hear from our caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Abasekong calling from.
Good morning, Abasekong. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well.
All right.
Sincerely speaking, the topic this morning is a very wonderful one.
All right.
A doctor-patient ratio. I want to start by saying that, sincerely speaking, the influx of our doctors out of the country has not really gone the right way, because federal government has not put in place useful things that needed for Nigerians to enjoy what this country needs to enjoy. Sincerely speaking, the medical sector has been neglected. Has been neglected to the sense that the wife of a president, of a former president, said that Aso Rock has become a consulting room. The Aso Rock Medical Center become a consulting room, which means that a lot of things went to sleep. Till date, things are still sleeping until we stand up and fight for our rights. We will still continue to remain in the dark. Light will not shine until we resurrect and do the right thing. You see, this doctor-patient ratio, if you go to some hospitals, hardly can you see a doctor. It is the patient, it is the nurses that attend to the patient. And I also want to say that we should be grateful to Trust TV. Why am I saying this? I remember I saw a program in your television, I think it's a Kiyawa, somewhere, whether Niger State or so, where a doctor whom people trusted all their lives upon became a cannibal. Whether he was eating human beings, Dr. Abbas, I don't know. Whether he's eating human beings, what does he do? Whether he's selling human parts. So all these things have brought us to a standstill confusion. Personally myself, this is about 35 years I've not gone to hospital. I just give God the glory, and I'm approaching 63 now. I've never visited the hospital, except when I go to hospital to visit those who are bedridden. I don't visit the hospital. So the fact remains that we must do the right thing. This is the time we need to do the right thing. Thank you. God bless you, Justin.
All right. Thank you very much, Abasinko. Thank you for your contributions, and it is definitely a good one. He highlighted how Nigeria has to wake up, the responsible people in charge of making sure that our healthcare system is right in place, making sure that each and every person in the country gets proper, service, healthcare services. But then let's take a caller right now. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Hauwa.
Yes, good morning, Shetima.
I'm calling from Maiduguri.
Yes, good morning, Shetima. Thank you for joining us. How is Maiduguri this morning?
Maiduguri is okay. Maiduguri is cool, alhamdulillah. We thank Allah.
All right, that is great. Let's hear your thoughts.
Well, Dr. Pesha Rasho.
Yes.
Honestly speaking, as Ade, my brother, have said a lot. Is true because what Ade have what Abashi have said. You see, it is true that medical sector have been neglected. Have been neglected for long. They have been not even turned to look at the medical sector time to time. They have been in, I can say they have been in dustbin for long. Why did I say so? If you check our hospitals today, the government hospitals, it will make you to laugh. Sometimes you have even make you to cry because you see even the hygienic was not maintained. In a hospital whereby you can if you can make a census of mosquitoes in a ward, you will find thousands of mosquitoes in the government hospital. And this is a place where you can admit a malaria patient. What are you saying? In the offices of our medical doctors, you will find mosquitoes. Even the medical doctors was not even the medical doctor was not safe. So with this kind of environment, brain drain must come, whether we like it or not. Because these people, they have acquired skill of services. They went to the big schools, universities. They have graduated. They receive a lot of training, and attention was not given to them. They must go somewhere where they think they will get a good treatment. You see, this whether we like it or not, this blame goes to our government. The state government, the federal government, and the local government. They must share this blame, because this brain drain was taking our experts away. That left us with a negligible number of doctors on our country. Now, if you take a census of doctors that there were in UK, you will surprise the number of our doctors in UK. You surprise. Even in some of our neighboring countries, you will surprise. But why are they running? Because of lack of good treatment. They are receiving a mosquito pay, and their hospital was not being adequately maintained. and there is no equipment for work. So they must flee where they know they can get a very good treatment. But government have to know, if you neglected health sector, you are inviting death to your citizens, because that is where they can be cured from all diseases and other things. And if you look at it very well, because people they do not have confidence on our medical sector today. They are patronizing this this traditional medicine to just have some relief. So I think government have to wake up and do something urgently. For long, the health sector deserves a state of emergency, honestly speaking, if you look at it very well. So I think we have to give our doctors a VIP treatment so that we can catch them, not to flee. So this brain drain will be maintained, and our doctors should be stay at home and serve our people. So thank you so much. That's my take. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you very much, Shatima, for your contributions. That was absolutely a wide range of issues that he highlighted that is affecting the healthcare sector. And he said that the healthcare sector is supposed to be declared into a state of emergency. But then before we delve into, dissecting all the other issues that he highlighted, let's take a caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Who am I speaking to, and where are you calling from?
From Zaria.
All right. Let's hear your thoughts.
Hello?
Yes, you're audible. We can hear you. Let's hear your thoughts. All right. We lost the caller. Please call back so that we can hear your thoughts. They are very important. So with dissecting all the other issues that are affecting the healthcare sector, there are, the environment or unconducive environment for the doctors to work in, or the healthcare personnel to work in, as well as patients that are going or frequenting the hospitals as well. And then aside from that, there is a situation of not having enough doctors to take care of the patients, or having enough qualified doctors to make sure that the patients are taken care of. Aside from that, you can look at, the compensation that the doctors are getting. Is it properly incentivized for them to work as much as they can and properly, and give the proper, care that the patients need? And with that, would they have enough time for them to be able to, deputize their duties in order for them to make sure that each and every patient is taken care of? All right, we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Good morning. I believe we lost that caller again. Please look at the numbers on your screen. Callers, let's hear your thoughts. Send us a WhatsApp message so that we can share your thoughts as well. So with that, the shortage of doctors is of major concern due to the fact that with the amount of doctors that we have in accordance to the patients that they're supposed to serve, there will be a definite strain on the doctors. Yes, hello, good morning. We have a caller. Good morning.
Yes.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Who are we speaking to, and where are you calling from?
Actually, I'm Gideon from Enugu.
All right. Good morning, Gideon from Enugu. What are your thoughts?
The hope in which Nigerian government treat the medical doctors is not good. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
they treat.
I believe your connection is a bit bad. Could you call us back so that we can hear your thoughts? There are different aspects that affect the healthcare system, which includes this particular topic that we're discussing, which is the doctor-patient ratio. How is it in your area? What experiences have you had? Let us know. Tell us your thoughts so that we can discuss and find a way forward. With having different aspects, having unconducive facilities whereby there aren't enough equipment to take care of the patients. There are situations where you would go to a hospital and the patients that are visiting that hospital are on the floor waiting for them to see the doctor, which is first and foremost unacceptable, unhygienic for those patients, which shows that there aren't enough equipment and space in the facility for those patients to be taken care of, aside from other aspects of the healthcare, with doctors having to see multiple patients at the same time or on a day would be overwhelming for that doctor, and then reduce their performance as well, which would directly affect how they take care of that patient, which could cause different issues that could be unavoidable, wrong diagnosis, unavoidable incidences which could lead to death. And that in itself, it's a huge dent in the healthcare system of the country when it comes to situations of Nigerians not wanting to go to Nigerian hospitals in order for them to be taken care of health-wise. They would have to travel to other country. That in itself shows a lot, tells us a lot about our healthcare system in the country. You would have different places in the country where you would go to a village and you would see that they only have a small primary healthcare center there, whereby they cannot get proper healthcare attention, where you wouldn't even find a doctor at that particular healthcare center due to the fact that maybe it is not a conducive situation, a conducive working environment for that doctor. That is one. Secondly, probably the doctor has not been properly compensated for them to be able to reach those nooks and crannies that need those healthcare personnel that need to take care of people. That is why you would see us having situations where a woman would go to give birth, she would lose a baby, she would lose a life due to, I wouldn't say negligence, but the lack of better hands in order to take care of that patient. I believe we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Hauwa. This is Shetima Kurima back again.
Yes, good morning. Welcome back. Let's hear your thoughts.
Thank you. You see, Hauwa, not a week ago, I visited an auntie of a friend who she's sick. She's terribly sick. And I asked her whether she have go to the hospital to see a doctor. She told me that they have went to the hospital, but the queue that they see, and she cannot endure due to her condition to join that queue and see a doctor. She told me that they have spent 2 hours without even a queue moving for an inch. They just decided to come back home. Look at the country that we find ourselves in. You are sick, terribly sick, to see a doctor become a problem. You see, because of the turnout, many queue as too heavy queue. You see, that's the problem that we're having. And these our rulers, they cannot even feel ashamed of that. They cannot even look. We need more hospitals. We need even if it will be a dispensary in the corridor of our ward, in the nearby settlement, so that you can go in and get first aid to give you a small energy, so that you can go and see a doctor. But you see, a doctor in a day will see 500, 600 patients. How do you expect that doctor to come? We have to face the reality. This doctor is not a robot. He's a human being with flesh and blood. You see, what you have just put him under pressure. A lot of patients are waiting for him. If by the time he was exhausted, he tried to go and rest, he will receive insult. You see, that's the problem that we're having. People, they cannot see the faults of our government, but they will transfer their aggression on the doctor. You see, if this doctor find a way to leave the country, I think he will leave the country without even saying bye. So that's the problem that we're having. We have to sanitize our hospitals. We have to bring a friendly atmosphere, a conducive environment for our doctors to operate. And our hospitals, honestly speaking, they are too meager. We need more hospitals. We have the training doctors, but the problem is the condition of the services was not attractive. So I think we have to improve in that aspect, so that we can provide the health services to all citizens. Thank you so much. Happy night.
All right, thank you very much, Shatima. We are still discussing on patient-doctor ratio. How is it in your area? Let us know, what are your experiences on these aspects, and look at the phone number on your screen. Make sure you call us. Let us hear your thoughts. Send us a WhatsApp message as well, so that we can read out your thoughts and share it. This is a very huge aspect, a very important sector in the country, where they always say health is wealth. And when your health is not properly taken care of, then there is definitely a lapse somewhere. With doctors having seen leaving the country due to the fact that there isn't a conducive environment for them to work in, it is a very disappointing situation, where it is a task that the federal government has to take in order to serve the doctors that are serving Nigerians, as well as saving lives, which is very, very important. When you look at the migration from Nigeria to other countries, looking for a more conducive, more enabling environment for them to work in, it is disappointing due to the fact that those doctors are really needed in the country for them to perform their duties, expedite their expertise, in order for us to have a booming healthcare system. Our healthcare system have seen lapses throughout the years, where there are facilities that are ill-equipped, facilities that are not functioning. The healthcare personnel are not properly compensated, as well as some aspects which a light can be shed on when it comes to sometimes getting unqualified doctors to take care of patients. And I believe that brain drain, which is the migration of doctors from Nigeria to other countries, has left a huge gap, which has caused every unqualified personnel to seep through and be able to practice and give very low standard of healthcare to undeserving Nigerians. So there are different aspects where Nigerians have gone through a lot of difficulties in getting proper health care, being taken care of in order for them to, have good health, which is very, very important. Aside from health, when you look at food and shelter, health is next. Without health, there is nothing. So make sure you call us, give us your thoughts, tell us your experiences, let us know what you've gone through. Maybe a neighbor has gone through, a relative has gone through. Let us know how it is. Let us know what you expect from the Nigerian government and what you expect to be done in order to make sure that our healthcare systems are properly revamped in order for them to properly serve Nigerians, as well as serve those doctors that are disseminating their expertise in order for each and every Nigerian to be healthy. So make sure you call us, make sure you send a message, let us know your thoughts. Moving on, you would know and you would see that when it comes to going to the hospital, most Nigerians, especially in the rural areas, and it has gradually shifted not only from the rural areas into the urban areas, people refusing to go to hospitals because they believe they would rather stay home and take some traditional herb or medication, and that would serve them more than going to a proper hospital to get the proper treatment that they need, which is a sad situation if you look at it, to see that in a country, the people of that country would much rather stay at home than go to the hospital and get proper care. That speaks volumes towards our healthcare system in the country. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Basita. Good morning, Nigerians.
All right, good morning, Apostle. Thank you for calling. What are your thoughts?
My name is Assistant from Niger State.
All right. Good morning. How is Niger State this morning?
Niger State is okay. Very cool.
All right. Thank you for calling. Let us know your thoughts.
My thoughts on the doctors. What the problem we have in Nigeria is government. From some private from some government hospital, if you went there, they're not facility to do work. They don't have any work tools. Some hospitals do not have even to do a test. Even test this, they will verify it on another private lab to go and do lab. Some government hospitals, they don't have anything, any scan machine. They verify it on another private machine, and private hospital go and do scanning before you do scanning. It is not better to you to go to private hospital. Some doctors have their own even private hospital. I know many doctors in this Niger state, they have their own private hospital. But when you reach there, they refer to their own private hospital. And that is, so I don't know what's going on in Nigeria, our Nigeria government. If somebody is serving government, having your private hospital, how do you attend to you when your mind is in your hospital? But because of all those, I blame government because they don't have any equipment in their hospital. If the doctor has the right to buy equipment in the hospital, in your hospital, and working in the government, and still working in the government, and still working in your private hospital. I know 90% of them. Sometimes if I want to go to hospital, I'm ashamed to go in hospital, general hospital, I go and meet them because if I went there, I will see him and he have his own private hospital. If I rather to go into that private hospital and meet him in private hospital, I ask him when I'm meeting in the hospital, he will tell me in so time to meet him in the hospital. It's better to go and meet him in general hospital. Because you have your own hospital, and have any equipment in that hospital. Every equipment in that hospital. But in general, I cannot get it in general hospital or government hospital. You can't get that equipment in general hospital. It's better to me to go and meet him in your own hospital. It's better because meeting him there, I'm ashamed. He's my friend, maybe he's my friend. So I'm ashamed to meet him in general government hospital. Better meet him in the private hospital. And the problem is the problem is our government. Let government know what you do in our doctors. The one that is living in Nigeria have a private hospital. The one that you don't have private hospital, you plan to move to Nigeria, live in Nigeria. You want to Japan. And it's very, very wrong. Very, 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 very wrong. Nigeria government have to put eyes on this because the hospital in the head is wet. If all of us don't have it, we do have nothing. All this is their campaign, bidding roads, bidding flyover, bidding. Let us focus on the head. Campaign, bidding road, bidding what is masses cannot use. Bidding hotels, masses cannot use that thing. Poor people cannot use hotels, cannot use all those things. What people can use is that head. Without hospital, me and you cannot stay. Without doctors, me and you cannot stay in Nigeria. We can't stay because every day, what we eating, what all of us eating is not what suiting our body now. Every day, people must sick. Many people must sick. People are dying because of no doctor. The doctor is plan to travel out or plan to open in your hospital or go in mind there for your hospital because you have emergency in your hospital. But when they reach general hospital, you don't see any doctor there. All of them are not there. Please, the government should do something on it. They should do something on it because sometimes if I go to general hospital now, my mind no settle because all of them are seen there. They have their own private hospital. I know all of them. They will refer you. If you want to do lab, they will refer you to the private lab. If you want to do this, they refer you to so place. Because that place they are referring to you is their own private company. And it is not supposed. It's not supposed. Let government put eyes on this kind of thing. Yes,
all right, thank you very much for your contribution. That was very insightful. He made a point saying that there are doctors that have their own private practice due to the fact that they're not properly compensated in government hospitals, and government hospitals are being neglected, whereby it is not a conducive environment for them to work in. And when it comes to that, they do refer their patients to their own private practice in order for them to see them there, which is probably better equipped to take care of patients. So the fact is, if you are not properly equipped, should I say, or if you do not have the money to go to those private hospitals, what is left for you? You would have to battle with the dilapidated state of the government hospitals, whereby you are not going to get the full realm of healthcare that you need to get, which is very, very sad. And having a healthcare system that does not serve the people is very devastating and very disappointing, and which leaves people in very great danger. So it seems that the only options that those doctors have in a sense where they're not compensated, it's either they open their own private practice in order for them to make ends meet and have a more conducive environment, I would say, for their patients in order for them to get proper services, or it is for them to migrate to other countries, which is to Japa, to another country for better opportunities, a more enabling environment, which is very sad for the country, which leaves a lot of people in the deficit of proper healthcare. I believe we've come to the end of the segment, the interactive segment. It was very informative, knowing the experiences of people and their views of the healthcare system and their opinions on how the government is supposed to tackle these issues of the healthcare system in the country. We'll be going on a short break. Make sure you stay with us for our next segment, which is this discussion segment. I'll be discussing the dispute between university labor unions. Make sure you stay with us on Daybreak on Trust TV, and I'll see you when we return.